Hello and welcome to Beauty and Chronic Pain. I'm Becky. Today I'm going to be testing out the not so new foundation from Too Faced, Born This Way, in the colour Honey. I've never tried this foundation, but I've heard loads about it, so I'm very late to the game. Just because before I was reluctant to ask for, a free sample to test foundation, which in theory is silly, but when you've got anxiety, it's more understandable, and it's understandable if you know about anxiety. So it's for. So I'm going to start by priming my face. As I've already tied my hair back, I've already done the usual wash, exfoliate, tone, moisturise, and then blot for any excess of any sweat. The heat wave has slightly broken here in the UK. It's still in the 20s. I think it was about 24 today. And it was like in the 30s when it was making me have basically a little pond of sweat on my head that ducks could have swam across if they swam on people's foreheads, which thankfully they don't, because I think a lot of people would freak out. So with that nightmarish image in your head, I will continue. The primer I was using is the Baby Skin one from Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser. Says a lightweight primer for smooth, poreless looking skin. I don't believe any of the so-called poreless foundations I've used ever truly make your pores completely vanish, but some of them minimise better than others. The foundation I'm using is literally just in a little tester pot that I actually got from an Estee Lauder counter, because the Too Faced counter, the girl said that they don't give them anything to test the foundation in. They have the big testers for when they're doing your face in store, but not so you can take it home and try. So let's see if this is a good colour match. You can see the colour coming up there. I hope you can see it. So I'm using my camera again instead of my phone, because I'm shooting this on a Thursday, and Thursdays are very busy for me. Therefore, my phone gets used a lot while I'm out and about doing things. And, the battery just runs out. Let me pour this onto the back of my hand actually, it'll probably be a bit quicker than what I'm doing. It's a really nice colour, very nice consistency. I'm just going to do this the same way I do my makeup usually, to give an equal test. Sometimes I colour correct, and sometimes I don't. Just depends on whether or not I remember. Seal that little bottle now. I don't put foundation on my nose to start with, because my nose is, the oiliest thing ever since actual oil. I tend to leave that till later. I was just hesitating there because I was thinking, should I put some setting spray onto my makeup brush, and I think I will. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends on what I remember and whether or not I'm rushing. And I'm not rushing my makeup because it's actually evening now. So I won't get a full day's wear test, but I will get a full few hours in before I go to bed, because I don't sleep till late. And I don't mind too much doing my skincare routine really late at night as well, because I'm used to that too. I'm not really going, I am going places tomorrow, but nothing that I can't be tired for. Staying quite local tomorrow. Finally having an aromatherapy treatment for the first time in 4 weeks. I had to postpone my last one because I just had so many expenses with restarting at the chiropractor, trying to sort out my neck pain, that I just could not afford everything. Something had to go, and unfortunately aromatherapy was what I chose to forego. I felt I could live without it. Instead of doing it once every 2 weeks, I do it once a month. Where did that hair come from? Oh no, that's attached to my head. That's where it came from. My head. So this foundation is a great colour match. Ellie at the Debenhams counter for Too Faced in Bristol did a great job. I don't think she'll ever watch this because I doubt she remembers. I'm not even sure if I told her the name of my page, but I do bring it up as often as possible. Oh, I have my own YouTube channel because, you know, trying to get subscribers. But I know one of the girls on the Estee Lauder counter said that she will watch, so hi Nicole. And if Ellie from the Bare Minerals counter's watching, hello Ellie. And if you could pass my hello on to Ellie from Too Faced, that'd be great too. And hi to Grace from Clarins if she's watching. I just talk to everyone because I'm a chatterbox. And because I live with my boyfriend, he's the only person that, except when I'm out and about, usually for treatment, that I see, so I get really chatty, especially when there's other girls around. I'm just going to use a little bit more foundation, just get a bit more out to put a couple of places that I feel don't have enough. Just to tan a little bit. I feel I need it here, sort of around my mouth, even though sometimes I have to put more concealer around my mouth. I can see actually I'm slightly starting to sweat around my hairline, which is annoying, but unfortunately for me it's very common. Just looking at my neck, trying to see, you know, what I need to do. Try not to get any foundation on my t-shirt if possible. But it doesn't matter because this is actually I'm pretty sure it's a pyjama top. I wear it as a pyjama top. I got it from Primark. Beauty and the Beast. Because, you know, I love Disney. I love pretty much all the Disney original princesses. But my favourite is actually The Little Mermaid. Because I always dreamt of living under the sea. Getting away from being a normal human with life. My childhood was too stressful. And let me tell you, my childhood and teenage years and early adulthood, actually my whole life has been really stressful. Like really stressful. But that's another video. One that I'm not sure if I'll ever go into, but I've only just reconnected with my mother for the first time in, I think it's 6 years. But I don't want to jeopardise that by talking about how difficult my childhood was. Because that's just awkward. Although that is a direct correlation to why I have depression. I've been on antidepressants for the last 11 years. But yeah, we won't go into that. We'll keep it happy and light here today. So, I'm going to use the Benefit Boi-ing Industrial Strength Concealer number 3 for my nose. I find that putting concealer down first, and I did put like a dab of foundation, but it helps it to sort of stay in place. if you've seen any of my other videos, you might have seen the one where I tried to waterproof my foundation. The trick is to put translucent powder down first and then put your foundation on. And then, you know, set it whenever it is you choose to set your powder, your foundation. That was really helpful. That's like the longest my makeup has ever stayed on my nose since I had oily skin. When I was younger, it used to be more combination. I'm just looking to see if any of my nails are small enough so I can just put it in the lid. So I just need a small bit of foundation for my nose. I hate it when it gets under the nail. I think I just missed it getting under the nail. Yeah, so just put in a proper, what I feel is a proper amount of foundation on my nose to have a fully even base. I was going to wear this tomorrow to do like an all-day wear test. But as I said, I'm going to have aromatherapy massage, so I'll be face down and there's just no point. And she does use some aromatherapy. She does some massage on my face, sort of like around my jawline, because she knows I clench my jaw when I sleep. And obviously massage helps to relieve that tension and subsequent pain you get from doing that, but you know, you can't help what you do in your sleep. I gotta say, this is looking shamazing. I'm not sure why I said shamazing, but I do say that a lot at home. The colour match is incredible with how tanned I've gotten, because I've been getting some sun. I was just looking around trying to see if I got any toilet roll in here so I can just dab my hairline because I can see the sweat. Annoyingly, I think I put it in the front room. So I'm just going to use a little cotton bud quickly to dab that sweat away. No, it's inevitably going to take away some foundation. Sorry, my stomach is just gurgling. I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully not. I've got an annoying rash of spots on my forehead hairline. I don't know why I keep forgetting my words tonight. That's actually just a side effect of fibromyalgia itself. The rash is from having to increase my amitriptyline. Because I went to London, not this weekend, the weekend before, which is where I saw some of my family for the first time in 6 years for most of them, 7 for one of my sisters. Hi Joe. Travelling really just, especially even on my scooter going on the pavements are never completely smooth, so you sort of jiggle about like that, and the shaking does really cause me a lot of pain. And then last Saturday, because it was my birthday on the 4th, I went out on Saturday with some friends who'd come up from Southampton and London. No, not London, I think she came from Surrey. Hi Mel, hi Hannah. There's a lot of shout outs today. On my scooter then, even on the bus, as well as going around Bristol and where we went for food and drinks, just causes a lot of pain. I'm using my usual Fit Me by Maybelline concealer under the eyes, because this, unlike my usual foundation, which is the Milani 2-in-1, this one does not have a built-in concealer. So this is in the number 20, which is actually looking way too light now, because my face is so dark from the glorious tan I've got. I think you might be able to see how tan I am. Not 100% sure, because I've got obviously the strong ring light as well as just an ordinary light in the room. But against white, you can usually see my arm's quite dark. And if you bother to look at other videos, you'll see that I'm a bit darker too. Go me. There was, I think, one day when I didn't wear my usual SPF 30 on my face, or SPF 50. I think I left the house actually without any SPF on my face. Just once. But I try not to tan my face because getting a tan on your face is actually one of like the leading causes of sun damage of aging. And now that I'm 31, I'm, well, since last year, very aware of doing stuff to, you know, prevent signs of aging as early as possible. So, tickly throat. Even though that sounds like a very chesty cough. I'm just dabbing this with, this is actually a very clean beauty blender, believe it or not. I've only used it once since washing it. And I have to pull the usual silly faces to blend in the concealer. I don't think that's looking too light, the concealer, compared to, you know, my newly tanned skin, but, you know, because you don't want to end up with reverse panda eyes. Got a bit of sleep in my eye, which is weird because I've been awake for many hours now. Okay, so that's looking good. Just trying to even out my base. I don't know why, but I flare my nostrils a lot when I do my makeup. Oh, why am I using that? This is actually a dry, bone dry beauty blender as well. Just thinking, what do I want to do? Because the point is, obviously, the foundation to test it out. I had something else I wanted to... Oh, I got new lipstick as well from Estee Lauder, so I'll wear that. That's my thinking face. And I know what I'll do. I will play with my liquid eyeliner, see if that's going to work, do some practice. Just if I can just move my new mirror that I got, but it's very big, from my boyfriend Tom's mum and dad. Hi Karen and Neil. I don't know if you guys ever watch it, but it doesn't hurt to shout out because I know their daughter Helen watches. Hello Helen! Oh, this is the day of shout. Oh, it's got this second piece. It's slightly magnetised, the circle that magnifies your face by 10 times. I was trying to move it, but it just fell off. I'm going to take a Clinique liquid liner. It's a pretty easy liquid lining pen. Liquid eyelining pen even. It's just black. I'm going to rest my elbow on the table as usual and try to not ball it up. I'm going to stop talking for a second because if I talk and eyeline with liquid liner, I will definitely make a mistake. So hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. That went really well, very quickly. Let's see if I can see something white there at the top. That's going to annoy me, but I don't know what it is. Looks like a bit of glitter actually. Can I scrape that off without scraping off my makeup? Why am I using that instead of using the nail? Because it's been a while since I've used the digital camera to film instead of my phone, I forgot that it shuts off after 20 minutes, so annoyingly I didn't notice that while I was doing my other brow it switched itself off. So, I mean not my other brow, my other eye doing the eyeliner. So the wing didn't go quite as easily as well, or as well as the right one did, but I don't know if you can see, hopefully I'm close enough, that it went pretty well still. I still really like it, like I wouldn't adjust it, but I had to make this one a little thicker to match, but I think it went well overall. I also took the opportunity to, as you can see, do my brows just with the usual pencil from NYX, which I will put in the description box below like I normally do, and did the usual blusher, which is the pink Iconic, no not Iconic, sorry, it's the powder blusher from Lottie London. Another new thing I got today, which I totally forgot because it was hidden by my massive mirror, was that I bought a bronzer while I was in London because I was out and about and my face was looking pale and it was annoying me how pale I looked. So I thought I would get a new, I have actually bought a new bronzer, not contour, bronzer in years because my Clinique one has just lasted forever. So yeah, I got this one from Collection. They had very little choice because it was actually in Victoria train station. So I went into Boots and got this from Collection. It's called the Bronze Glow Mosaic. Let me take off the lid so you can get a good look at that beautiful mosaic. It's in the colour Sunkissed and it's got a cute little pentagram, not pentagon, not pentagram, and all the outsides are coloured in different shades. Like this is one darker brown shade and the lighter brown shade, and then like a more, I want to say amber coloured, really light, maybe amber coloured. Look at it again, like the very central one. What shade would you call that? But anyway, yeah, so it's supposed to be bronzed mosaic powder to create a natural sun-kissed glow. Should have done this before I did my blush, but I wasn't going to use this, and as I said, I couldn't see it behind the mirror, so just put that over the top of the blush. You'll take it down a bit because that is really bright. But if you are not new to my channel, you will know that I like a very strong bronzer look. I'm just using my number 7 brush, I believe. Yeah, number 7. I want to run it on across my forehead because that's where the sun would naturally hit. But obviously, for me, that is sweat central until one day I'll be able to afford Botox in my hairline to stop it sweating there. So I just run this across there because I'm not contouring. I'm just warming up my complexion. I think, yeah, this should work because it's a powder, not a liquid. Oh my days. Can you see the shimmer in that? Oh, look at that, the way the light's catching it. I don't know if you can see it while I look in the mirror, but try and do it this way. Can you see? Obviously you're not going to answer me right now, but you can let me know if you see. I'm really happy with that. That's a really pretty colour. It does look very sun-kissed. Just go down the bridge of my nose, because, you know, my nose would obviously catch the light. A little on my chin. I'm going to do this one time without the blush first and see how that looks on my cheek, because I reckon that would be really, really pretty. Oh yeah, I've got mascara on. That's actually a fairly new, sorry, that brush is tickling my nose. A fairly new mascara. I can't remember if I mentioned it before. It's L'Oreal Paris. It's a double-ended waterproof one. But when I bought this, I thought it was one of the usual double-ended ones. So the white, there's a white side which is primer, and then the black side, which I love those L'Oreal foundation mascaras. It's like the L'Oreal ones are my favourite because I feel they give my natural lashes the most dramatic effect, especially in terms of lengthening. Sorry. Ugh, I need like a lot of water. But yeah, this isn't like that. Number 1 side is black as well. And oh yeah, I didn't show you properly. Hopefully you can see that. That is the False Lash X Fiber Xtreme Resist. So this is serious business. the first one does do like length and volume, and then number 2 side really adds it. And today I just did number 2 because I've never done 2 on its own. I've done 1 on its own, and I'm liking the results. I'm liking the results. I feel like my eyebrows are a bit light, but I don't really wear that dark, I forgot the word. I don't wear, yeah, my eyebrows aren't that dark in general when I do them. So I'm going to use my Iconic London Illuminator. And I just realised the other day that I suspected, but I didn't know for sure, that this is actually a knockoff. It is not the real Iconic London. It is a cheap dupe. Because it should be more liquidy than viscous, and this is very viscous. It's like, it seems quite dried in. It doesn't, when you squeeze the pipette, it just comes out as a big chunk. But I don't hate that either. I think it looks really great. It's very pigmented, just like the original and the not knockoff one looks. My concealer pen brush is not clean, so I won't be using that. I normally just use my fingers, which I think I'm going to have to do because I've only got eye pencils in there, brushes even. A lot of brow brushes. I have so many. All the rest are like way too big. So yeah, I'm just going to use my ring finger to dab that in. I mean, look at that. That's still, to me, that's a fantastic highlight. It still looks like liquid gold. And this one smells like chocolate, which was like the biggest giveaway to me, that besides the price, that it might unfortunately be an imitation. But that's what happens when you use the Wish app. You do know that, you know, if you know about the Wish app, you know that the chances of it being a cheap imitation are high, rather than just a cheaper, that for some reason you're just paying less. I really struggled then with that to break off a bit of a toilet roll. That was dumb. I'm going to say it's because I was distracted. And we'll just leave that at that because that was a little bit embarrassing. Just a little. I'm also going to use now my new Estee Lauder lipstick. This is such a beautiful colour. And look at the packaging as well. Oh my god, that feels like it's magnetised. Oh, it is, it's magnetised. I don't know why I find that so fascinating, but I do. It's the usual Estee Lauder dark blue. Do you call that navy? I guess, you know, dark blue and gold packaging. I think that's just a hard plastic, but it looks, always, I feel it looks like it's high end, which Estee Lauder is. And this is the Pure Colour Envy lipstick, number 320, Defiant Coral. Are you ready? I can twist it. So pretty. I'm gonna just put that on my wrist so you can see. Ooh! It's very red, but I love it. I love like all shades of red basically. I love, this is a more of a coral red. It looks like, I think it looks a little lighter on the bullet actually than it does coming out. I love like orangey reds. I love orange lipstick in general, but not like orange, which is the technically is the blah 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 blah. That's the technically correct art name for colour. Would it be an art name? You know, because it's colour. I don't know. I'm just waffling now. Let me shut up and get down to business. It's so creamy. Like, my lips are a little dry, but not too bad because I do keep them pretty well moisturised during the day. I got a nice SPF lip balm. And it's not a lip balm with SPF, it is just like SPF on its own. Sunblock, but in the form of a balm. Because people don't put sunblock on their lips for obvious reasons, but the skin is very delicate and needs to be protected. Like your under eye. just fill in the colour. Now this is supposed to be long lasting. I've worn this once before and it is not true. It is, well, it could be long lasting, but it's not like transfer resistant, you know. It will come off when you eat food, and if I kiss, this hand's got foundation on still, so kiss the back of my hand, that's a massive amount of transfer. But like I said, it's not transfer resistant. I don't know if it's supposed to be long lasting, but the girl at the Estee Lauder counter, Megan, said it was long lasting. But I mean, look, the cut is still very good coverage of lipstick. My foundation is still looking great, by the way, as you can see. And I'm really happy with that foundation. And when I'm due to buy a new foundation, which I'm actually not yet, my Milani one is nearly out, and I was going to buy a new Milani one, but I think I'll buy, you know, depends on finances at the time, I think I'll buy that Born This Way foundation. So yeah, that's today's makeup, tonight's makeup. Hate that I'm not going anywhere because now like makeupIsbomb.com. And yeah, I hate myself for saying that, but I don't know. Just looking at the highlight, I feel like maybe it should be blended a little better than it is, rather than, you know, just sitting on top of the skin. Normally I take a damp beauty blender, but my beauty blender is not damp at the moment. Just put all the glow, all of it, on my nose. I want to put some under my eyes. I mean, under my brow, but like that's going to be too much, isn't it? Look at that. Because like normally you'd use like a very fine brush and then just like place it under the eyes, not your massive sausage hands, Becky. What are you doing? But yeah, I'm going to stop because this video is going to last forever. So thanks for joining me. This very silly, very chatty video. If you like what you see, give this a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Love to have you part of my YouTube family. I haven't got a catchy name yet. I've heard some really good ones from other channels. But thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon. Bye!